We just wait for the
they're
lights
off.
to go. We're lights on and lights out pretty sharpishly, and it is a very even start between the two cars on the front row of the grid. Now, if James Hazelhurst can maintain that advantage, he will have the inside line when they go into Ritchie's, but Chris Deere will try to brave it out around the outside. Ed Cooper has made a lightning start as well. He's up into third position as well with his Vauxhall Nova. And we were talking yesterday, this is not a particularly good track for the Vauxhalls, but he's had a good launch there, up into third provisionally.
Ooh, and now into second.
Great stuff on the inside of the Wilson hairpin, taking yesterday's race winner maybe a little bit by surprise on the inside there, but it is Hazelhurst who leads. Chris Deere's just managed to get the advantage on the exit of the Wilson hairpin, so when they get into Palmer, he's back into second.
Yeah, what a lightning start there from Ted Cooper to make his way up, and Finn Groom as well, who finds himself in fourth place. Just one correction, we're actually not on Yokohamas anymore, we're on the Toyo 888s, which are not quite as good as the Yokohamas. They tend to go off really bad towards the end of the race, and yeah, as you can see, they're all control tyres, and all these cars just looking towards the back there. There's Alan Dooley. His only aim is not to get a lap, so please cheer for him not to get a lap. So as we look towards the front, James Hazelhurst, Chris Deere right on his tail. Finn Groom having a little sniff there at Ted Cooper. And he's succeeding. He's actually got past Ted Cooper into third place. Now, Finn Groom had an unfortunate coming together on the hairpin yesterday, which knocked him out of the race, and he's keen to make amends to that, and Ted Cooper's fighting back. Now, of course, Ted is also in the championship battle, and he wants every single point he can. And a great battle there between Matt Stubbington and Tiz Kessel. Their mates there, the local people having mates, and Tiz Kessel had a problem with exhaust. He's got a new exhaust system on there, and Matt Stubbington's got a borrowed engine from the car 39 Martin Rogers, and that's what it's like in the classic stock catch, lending parts to get cars on the grid. And Darren Bassenswaite having a little sneak up there on Matt Stubbington, but I don't think that paid off.
Well, Cooper's managed to just hold the advantage in third position, coming through the Brundle and Nelson complex, slightly battered front end on the Finn Groom car after yesterday's calamities. And then, yes, Neil Dudman just waiting in the wings there as well. But the top two have absolutely cleared off on this opening lap. I can't wait to see what the gap is going to be when they get over the timing line. It's Hazelhurst and Deere who are pulling clear in the early stages of this race, while Ed Cooper clings on to third position. But it is James Hazelhurst in that Peugeot 205 that leads the championship. Just with the advantage they go over the timing line to complete the first lap, but Chris Deere in second position, and then the gap back to Ed Cooper, about 2.5 seconds.
I was just seeing Neil Dubman there overtook Finn Groom. They were going side by side down the straight, and the power of the 205 just beat Finn Groom. But now Finn Groom is coming into the wiggly section, which will play into the XR2. It's much more nimble round these corners, and Finn Groom has got by him again. Oh, this is going to be very exciting. Any one of these cars in this train for this third place could win third place.
Well, Stubbington and Kelso were taking a little bit of grass on the exit of Ritchie's as well, just to add to the dramas. There are the leaders making their way around Palmer. Hazelhurst leads Deere. Cooper still in third position. Groom in fourth, but that Dudman in fifth position. But Groom fancies a run at third position now on the run towards Agostini. Is he going to be able to find that inside line in that XR2? No, not quite. If anything, it was Dudman coming back around the outside in that yellow Peugeot, that sort of bumblebee livery that he's got with the black hexagons as well, almost like a beehive. Side by side going into Hamilton. Groom on the inside. Cooper running out wide onto the curbing. Now the circuit will come to him as it is a right-hander now.
Sneak up the inside,
He
does.
He has. Yes, so that is a change for fourth position. If he consolidates the manoeuvre into the subsequent right-hander at Williams, which he does do.
And now we've got Matt Stubbington trying to sneak through it. Like I said, any one of these cars could win third place. We did have a great... Oh, Titch Kessel had a little bit of excursion onto the grass. Sorry, Mr. Palmer. I'm sure that wasn't intentional. So he had a little set. So he's dropped back a bit from that, but he's still in the train. I say any one of these cars. Neil Dubman has actually powered past the Ted Cooper car. Now this is nightmare for Ted Cooper. He wants every single point he can get, and we did briefly see car 41 Jason Wood, the other protagonist in the championship battle, is really struggling with this circuit. He's not getting too good for that car at all. And yes, Matt Stubbington has got past Finn Groom, but Finn Groom will try and get the cut back around this long right-hander. We're trying 80 miles an hour around this corner, trying desperately to get the car ready for this sharp left-hander to get onto the start-finish straight. It's a real battle with the car.
Well, great stuff from Neil Dubman to find his way up into third position. A race winner from earlier this year at the first meeting of the season back at Brands Hatch. He has been on the podium since then as well, and looking very good for another one here as he's romped clear of Ed Cooper already, just in the few corners that he's had a little bit of clear air. So Dubman in third position, but they're now 5 seconds behind the leaders. James Hazelhurst, meanwhile, has done the fastest lap of the race, 2:24.530. He still only leads by not much at all, about 0.4 of a second to Chris Deere. Dudman third, but with about a second now over the battle for what is now fourth position, being led by Ed Cooper.
Oh, there's Rick Titchkessel trying to make up the places he lost with that little excursion onto the grass. Yes, it's getting incredibly exciting at the front as we just look at the Jake Wood machine, the son of Jason Wood. Doing very well his first time at this circuit, and looking now, Neil Dubman has definitely gapped Ted Cooper. Now Ted Cooper's desperately trying to hold back Matt Stubbington and Finn Groom. He wants to keep every single point he can, and he's going to try and make that Nova as wide as possible, but this circuit doesn't really favour the Novas. The Novas are a great all-round machine, but they don't really excel anywhere like the 205s and the XR2Is. They got the power down the straights. The XR2s have got the handling. But Matt Stubbington's got a little bit wide there, but he's still held the position going past Ted Cooper. What a move that was!
Who needs grass to make to get the grip? It's absolutely brilliant stuff as Stubbington manages to find his way through over Cooper and just squeeze himself into fourth position. That Peugeot 205, passing the Nova of Cooper, and now it will be Finn Groom in the Ford Fiesta. So great battling between the two different, the various different marks, I should say, the Ford, the Vauxhall, and the Peugeot in this fight.
We've definitely got a mix of machinery there. We've got the 205 sort of romping it in the distance. It is very much a 205 circuit. This is the best of the rest. We're watching here as Matt Stubbington goes a little bit wide, but still managed to maintain that position. Finn Groom is all over the back of Ted Cooper. He's trying to make that Nova as wide as possible to stop this young man, and he's been racing only a couple of seasons. He's another second-generation racer, and he's very good behind the wheel. He's just had no luck this morning. As me and Ian were saying yesterday, he's just had no luck this season, and he just needs every bit of luck he can to try and stay where he is.
Well, coming up to the halfway mark in this race, the leaders will tick off their third lap. They should be across the line any second now. There they go. They just go
Chris
past
Deere
us.
has gone into the lead.
Yes, he has. So Chris Deere has now taken the lead, and he's about 6/10 clear. Now that's surprising because that's about a 1.1 second swing. We can see the lap for Hazelhurst last time around was a 2:26.4. So he's lost an awful lot of speed somewhere on this lap. And yesterday's race winner is back into for the first time, into the lead of this race. Stubbington there ahead of Cooper.
Yeah, Cooper's got right back behind him again. He was making sure Matt knew he was there. Oh, and Finn has got a sneaky little move. Like I said, the XR2, it loves this inner section. It's much more nimble around this tight technical section. And Finn Groom was making it pay, but Ted Cooper's got the inside line. They're still side by side round that corner. That's scary as they come onto the Agostini Straight. I still don't know the names that well, but they're going to be side by side, and now the circuit's going to favour Ted Cooper being on the inside for this very slow left-hander. And Darren Bassisway, what a move that is! He's making himself known there as well. He's desperately all over the back of them. This isn't over for this fourth position.
Jake Wood, who is hanging around the outside there at Agostini as well, waiting in the wings to potentially pick up any places as well. It's been a very good debut season for Jake Wood. You were saying he's just taken the novice cross off of his car, hasn't he?
Oh, there's a little bit of grass there from Ted. Yeah, he's literally just taken the novice cross out. He came on Friday, did some testing on Friday. That was wet. So yesterday was his first time around the circuit in the dry, and he finished marvellously well. And he's really got hold of this circuit. He does a lot of sim racing at home. Just to get to know the circuits, and it's definitely paying off. It's definitely the way forward, I think, for the younger drivers.
Finn Groom managed to get that move on Ed Cooper there, but here comes the number 18 of Darren Bathlingsway, who goes past both of them. down the Bentley Straight and around the outside of
What a move by
Brundle.
the local man, Darren Bassingthwaite. He went incredibly well yesterday, and he shows he knows his circuit so well. Finn Groom got on the inside of Ted Cooper. This is great for Darren Bassingthwaite. Like I say, he's a local man. He's been racing for many seasons, and he loves this circuit, and he demonstrated his ability. But they're still side by side, Ted Cooper and Finn Groom. Now, like I said, we're going at 80 miles an hour around this corner. We have to try and slow the corner, slow down for the left-hand corner. Who's going to come out on best? And it is Finn Groom.
Somehow into Murray's. Groom finally getting that move done that began all the way back at Williams. What feels like, about half a lap ago. So it is still Deere who leads by half a second. Hazelhurst just done another fastest lap of the race, trying to close that gap back down again and recover the lead. Cooper with a big dive on the inside into Ritchie's. Oh, it is side by side for the lead with Hazelhurst around the outside of the Wilson hairpin. Now that will give him the inside line into the left-hander of Palmer as well. Remember, this is Hazelhurst trying to take the lead back again after he lost it a couple of laps ago. And Hazelhurst, the new championship leader as of yesterday, gets back into the lead of the race. But Chris Deere will try and fight this back. Remember, Chris Deere not a full season entry, and so he is fighting for honour more than anything. But Hazelhurst needs these points for the championship as well. Into Agostini, he does consolidate the lead, but still Deere is not finished with this yet, as Hazelhurst has to park it in the middle of the road, and Deere looking one way and then the other.
And of course, James has never actually won. He hasn't actually won this season. He's had loads of podiums. He's desperate for this win for this season to show how good he is in this car. This is a new car for the season, which has really proved its worth. They've done a great job on the car, and to hold back Chris Deere like this is an incredible battle. I thought Chris Deere might walk away with it, but Chris Deere must have made a mistake somewhere to catch up. So he's a little bit of gap there, 2 car lengths. I wonder if Chris is just going to sit back and let James take the victory.
Does that sound like something Chris Deere would do?
No. He's a championship winner, not only in classic stock hatch, but Metro and MGs. He's won multiple champions, so he won't hold back at all. Neil Dudman having a bit of a lonely race there in 3rd place, but he'll just be managing the gap back to Matt Stubbington and Darren Bassingthwaite. And looking further back to, I can't quite see who was battling there. And I did notice that Jason Wood and Ted Cooper are together, and they are also in the battle for the championship. So that could be very interesting towards in the last 3 minutes left of this race.
Yep, so should be 2 laps to go then when they get over the timing line. So there is James Hazelhurst. Still doesn't lead by much over Chris Deere, does he?
No. I think Chris is going to try and pounce on the last lap, knowing Chris. So James will be trying to gap as best he can, but I'm sure that Chris is just managing this gap to him behind. He's right on his tail there.
Yeah, he's going
definitely
for it.
got the drag down the straight, but James has got to hold it together. He's multiple podiums through the season, but he's never had to win this year. So, looking further back, Ted Cooper and Finn Groom still battling, I noticed, in the background. But there's Neil Dubman, very lonely. He'll be happy with this 3rd place. And there we have Matt Stubbington and then Darren Bassingthwaite. Oh, Ted Cooper. Hey, what a 4-wheel drift that was, Chris. Have you ever seen that in the GTs, eh?
No, it's not quite as slidey as that, which is a great save there by Cooper. Runs wide out of the Wilson hairpin. That is going to give Finn Groom there the run. He's got the outside line for Palmer, though, so it's going to be very difficult to try and make that stick, but he's got most of his cars ahead of him. They bang door panels, and Cooper just about manages to hold the inside line there as well. Wood is just about behind them as well, and that is Jason Wood, the father and one of our championship protagonists as well, who very nearly got caught up in all of that and does now show his nose to Groom, who just gets it chopped off, though, as they go into Agostini.
Yes, I said this intersection, Chavin's going to be all over the back of that too, that Nova. But I did see that does mean there's a gap again back from Ted Cooper to Jason Wood. It's definitely advantage James Hazelhurst. The championship is definitely going to be decided on our last meeting, which I think for the last couple of seasons it's been like one run meeting beforehand. But this is incredible. This is the first time for a long time.
Side by side for the lead.
Side by side for the lead. Chris Deere trying to go round the outside, but of course the first corner benefits James Hazelhurst, but the second corner will benefit Chris Deere as the camera desperately goes round, and James has still held on. Well done, James, but we're getting up. We must be coming up to the last lap shortly. as they come round this fast Coram circuit, and Chris will be just sitting there working out how he can get past this young man. I noticed James was looking at all his data yesterday, being really professional, looking at what he can do better, and it's definitely proved today.
Well, it has been 5 podium finishes for James Hazelhurst this year. Will it finally be the first victory he's been waiting for in 2025? There's 20 seconds left on the clock. The last lap board is being displayed. There is a 5-second time penalty going out to Richard Kelsall for track limits, but he is in 10th position as it stands. That would drop him quite a few places, but it is game on for the lead of the race on this final lap between the 2 Peugeot 205s of James Hazelhurst seeking his first victory of the season. Chris Deere making a wild card appearance here this weekend. He was a winner yesterday, trying to make it back-to-back.
I did notice that Jason Wood was sneakily looking outside Finn Groom there to get by him, to get on the terms with Ted Cooper, as we watch the leaders go onto this tight wiggly section. That's a long, we're doing about 60-70 miles an hour around there as we accelerate up to nearly 100. Now this next corner they're coming to is incredibly slow. It's only about 30 miles an hour. You have to scrub a lot of speed off. Christie having a little sneak down the inside, and James is just leaving a little bit of space there. There's the tiniest of overlaps. Come on, James. I'm sorry, I'm rooting for James because I can do with another winner this season. So, yeah, he's just holding off Chris Deere. I mean, that is no mean feat. Chris Deere is a well-seasoned racer, and he's definitely making James work for this one.
What would it be, 8th different winner of the
something like that,
season? Yeah. So incredible competition once again in the Vulcan Racing Classic Stock Hatch Championship. And it is like watching old touring car action. You see there the big dive on the inside, maybe giving a little bit of a nudge to the Peugeot in front as well. But James was doing some great heads-up driving. And yeah, there is a couple of car lengths now as they make their way down the Bentley Straight for the final time.
Chris will be getting closer and closer on this slipstream. The slipstream will pull him in, and this could be very tense as they go underneath this bridge. But Chris is sort of sitting back. I can't believe he's not going to pounce, but he's definitely making sure James knows he's there. So James has just got to hold it together. Chris got a little bit of a better exit there as they come onto the bomb hold.
I mean, could it be a drag to the finish line? We have seen that in other races this weekend. We have seen that
in other seasons here in Classic Stock Hatch. It's a long way uphill. It's a long way to that start-finish line. And now when you're in the lead, that start-finish line can't come any sooner.
Well, we're going to find out. It's one corner to go. They're making their way around Coram. They'll soon hit Murray's. It's James Hazelhurst who has the lead. But Chris Deere has just about pulled out of the slipstream. It is going to be a drag to the finish line. Absolutely level pegging. The checkered flag is waved. But who is it going to greet first? I think it's just going to be Chris Deere. Yes, by just over a 10th of a second. James Hazelhurst denied that first victory of the season once again as Chris Deere makes it back-to-back victories in the Vulcan Racing Classic Stock Hatch Championship. A fantastic finish to racing here for these guys this weekend.
Well, I'm sure James would be fuming. but Chris, we knew he had something. He would pull out something out of the bag, and we've got cars smoking really badly. I think that might be one of the Groom machines. I think it's Finn Groom smoking. It is
Finn Groom. I think I saw him smoking all the way around Coram and into Murray's as well.
But yeah, James got another podium, so this is definitely well advantaged. Looking further back, the other protagonist, Ed Cooper, found himself in 6th place, and Jason Wood behind him. So it's definitely looking very good for the championship for James Hazelhurst, but it's not over until the Fat Lane sings.
That is very true. One more meeting to come for these guys at Alton Park next month.
We're 20th of September. We will be at Alton Park. It's a one-day event, but so we'll have a qualifying and 2 races.
I believe that's one of our live-streamed events
is it?
as well. So, yeah, excellent. We'll be able to
that's a relief for
watch
me,
that.
I remember going to the commentary box with Ian before, and I went, I can't see anything. And we couldn't see anything, so that'd be great.
So Chris Deere makes it back-to-back victories in a photo finish against James Hazelhurst, with Neil Dudman completing the podium. Matthew Stubbington in 4th ahead of Darren Bassingthwaite. Ed Cooper provided a lot of the drama in that one. He picks his Vauxhall brand mates, so to speak, of Jason and Jacob Wood, Finn Groom and Martin Rogers completing the top 10. Richard Kelsall in 11th and Terry Roughton. Peter Oglesby and Rick Groom across the line in 14th in the end. And then Ewan Lintz and Alan Julie completing the 16-car field. They make their way back into the Parc Ferme area where Kieran Mogg will be waiting to speak to Chris Deere and James Hazelhurst, and penny for the thoughts of James Hazelhurst after that very dramatic finish.
Oh, it was very dramatic. I mean, I thought for a moment there James had got it when there was a little bit of gap, but Chris was obviously building up towards to give every effort on that long uphill start, finish straight, and it paid off for him. I just see them in the scrutineering bay. It looks like they've got a few bonnets up there. Christie's engine's got a bit hot. That would not surprise me one bit. And a good shout out there to Darren Bassingthwaite. He was very disappointed with qualifying. He's a local man. He was looking to go well, and he did well. Looking further back, and of course bear in mind that Titch Kessel, when found himself in 11th place, he was on the podium yesterday. This just shows you how close and jumbled up the good racing it is here in Classic Stockhatch.
Of course, Kelsall also picked up that 5-second time penalty, but Kieran's ready for us with our race winners.
Thank you very much. Yes, that was an epic end to the race, and we'll take a chat with our winner now. Chris, that was tough.
Well, yesterday we won by about 12 seconds. Today we won by about 12 inches. So, you know, that was good fun. James is obviously a quick boy. He's leading the championship, and we had a good race. James did it all week, all race rounds. Yeah. We were that close all the time, all good, and he's good. So, yeah, I think he deserved the win, but I'll take it.
Yeah, he'll always take it, won't he? But no, that was great fun. I really enjoyed it, so happy with second.
Obviously, did I see a little bit of a mistake on the last corner there? Is that what allowed it to happen?
I saw him move. He moved over to the left, so it looked like he was going to have a go up the inside, so I covered it, but I kind of knew it was a compromise in doing that. It's probably why I did it, to be honest.
I've been doing it for a lot longer than you.
Yeah. I just had to, I mean, he could have got the inside if I didn't cover it, so yeah, that's it. That's how it goes.
Yeah, he's still somewhat happy with P2?
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah. It was good fun. That's the main thing. So.
Absolutely. Well, it was a great race. Obviously, great to put on a show like that. Yeah. So, yeah, congratulations on P2.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you. All right, let's have a chat with Neil.
First of all, we're going to speak to Darren. He's had a terrible season last year, terrible season this year. 5th place yesterday, 5th place today. Well done, buddy. Well deserved.
Thank you.
Anything to say to your audience?
Just a plea, if we could race here every weekend, that would be ideal.
Fair enough. It was a fantastic race. But yeah, P3 for you.
Yeah.
How was that for you?
It was great from P10. It was absolutely amazing. We suffered in qualifying yesterday, which put us back to P9 and P10. And Joe from Joe Green Transport fixed the car. Adam prepared a new engine that we blew up at Cadwell at Schaefer Racing. So happy days, and we're here, and we got 3rd place. So we're back in the championship, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, these guys were a little bit too far up the road.
I tried all I can, and I thought I'm going to use up some of my track limits. And then I got the black and white flag, and I thought, right, that's it, sit there now, and I'm not going to catch them. So I tried, but they were far too quick today. So
next time.
Yeah, maybe so.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on P3.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Thank you. All right, so yeah, that's Classic Stock Hatches done for the weekend. Actually, coming up next, we've got the Type R Trophy.